Hello, good people of YouTube. Sealord here, and today we have a replay featuring one of the, in my opinion, one of the most despicable ships ever released into this game, and that is the Tier 10 British battleship Conqueror. This ship truly made me hate the game for quite some time until she eventually got nerfed, rightfully so. So this is Andrew. He's been featured a couple of times here on the channel before in his Conqueror. He does have Cunningham on board as well, as you can tell by the giant Union Jack there. So Cunningham is a man that is most definitely well suited to be placed on the Conqueror, because the Conqueror is responsible, I would say, for a large amount of the HE spam that you see nowadays with battleships. Because back in the day, in the pre-Conqueror era, battleships would actually very rarely fire HE, at least, from my point of view. It was usually a pretty, not exactly accepted thing back in the day. You would kind of get that comment in chat saying, oh, you gotta fire HE at me to beat me, because back in the day, oh man, look at the salvo on this Musashi though. One fire right out the gate. Because back in the day, battleship gameplay was primarily focused on AP. We didn't really have too many crazy HE battleships back in the day. But then the Conqueror and the British BBs came out, and a lot of other battleships realized that they do in fact have a 1 key. So, yeah, but Conqueror's pretty busted back in the day, as many of you know. Citadel was under the water. Her detection was even better than it is right now. Right now, you can get down to 12.8. Back in the day, you can get it down to, I think, like 11.3. It was nuts. So combine that with God Tier HE and an underwater Citadel, and the super heal that she does get. Yeah, Conqueror was a bit of a pain to deal with back in the day. But they raised the Citadel, and gets tagged there a little bit. And they increased her range and a couple other things here and there to make her more in balance. So, you can still do well in the ship, obviously, because she still has the great British BBHE. And I think we're going to get a pretty good dosage of that in this video. This is, of course, a live reaction replay. Most of the replay videos that I do nowadays are these. So what's going on right now is that I am watching this live with you guys. I just got on my Conqueror, ran a little bit, early. So I have no idea what happens. All I know is that Andrew sent this to me and said, hey, I think you should check this out. It's one of my better Conqueror games, and well, here we are. That's 3 fires already. 3 fires in 3 minutes, because we just crossed the 17-minute mark there. So, yeah, sounds about Conqueror. Now, again, this is a replay, so all the scrolling you see going on, that is Andrew doing it. That is not me, so he's the one that's not slapping the shift key, not I. Can't do anything about it. It's just the way the man plays. Another fire on the Navarin. Oh man, I love that ship so much. It's such a good secondary battleship. 4 fires, so we're still going at the rate of a fire a minute here, which is insane. So I believe the fire on the Navarin is burning, and the Musashi did put out that double fire he got a little while ago. So Andrew's he's at 60,000 damage in 4 minutes on a pretty good lick. Team is not looking too hot. They are down a destroyer. The enemy team just flipped the C cap. Andrew did just drop his depth charges. Didn't see if there was a ping indicator or anything in the water there, but he might have when I was checking the stats. Another salvo out of the Navarin, and he's going to tag the stern again. Another fire! Golly, ooh, I think that was the Ohio that just clapped Andrew there. So like I said, they did raise the Conqueror's Citadel. Man just lost half of his HP to, I think, that Ohio. So, yeah, you gotta watch your sides in this thing. Now, it does have the super heal. If you notice down there, the ship silhouette, you can literally regen about 3/4 of that damage that he's taken so far. Shells out on the Yamagiri. A fire on the Yamagiri! We're at 6 fires and not even 5 minutes, and 4.5 minutes of gameplay. I think I see where this is going. The Yamagiri let it burn. No, he is letting it burn. I think he might get a nice follow-up shot here. Groningen just burned down the friendly Napoli. Wow. Napoli getting taken out by a DD. That's quite interesting. A gunboat DD at that. A gunboat DD with literally no torpedoes. He might actually get... Is that his fire still burning on the... No, it is not. Oh, man. So the Yamagiri gets away with 3 digits worth of HP. So Andrew did pop his heal, as you can tell. You know, his ship's pretty much back at full health because British dry dock heal. Of all the things, I mean, the Royal Navy did and is still today known for having some of the best damage control teams in the world, but that's a bit excessive, you know? Andrew venting his frustration in chat because, I mean, yeah, when you lose your DD and a Napoli before the 6-minute mark, that's reasonably frustrating, as I'm sure all of us have been there. Alright, just saw that Groningen there for a split second and let the shells rip. The Yugamo scores the second kill for the friendly team. Oh, he gets, oh man, he gets a reset on the cap and he gets an incapacitation, but apparently no damage. And then the Malta comes up and snatches the kill. Speaking of the Malta, there's a Malta in this game, and I think the enemy has an FDR. Talk about some annoying as hell CVs to have in a match. All right, so sit rep team is keeping up because they did just yank that DD kill there, but they're about to be overtaken because the enemy team has been the only ones to cap thus far. So things are not looking too hot for Andrew's team at the moment. And there goes the Iowa, as someone, the Yugamo has touched the A cap, but the enemy Napoli is in the B cap doing Napoli things. So things are not looking too hot right now. Out east, looks like you should have a Delana and a Janan. Gets one here in the Musashi there for 2,300. Got a St. Vincent, Groningen, and Schlieffen and Castilla over there, so it's understandable how those guys can't, do anything about that cap. Out in the west, you got Andrew with his Conqueror and Ohio Poison and U4501. Another fire on the Musashi. I believe we are back on our 7 fires in 7 minutes. God, don't you love British BBHE? Okay, and anyway, we got the Ohio and the Musashi over here that Andrew's been farming out so far. Now, that is one thing. Most battleship players would rather sail towards a Shimakaze or an Asashio than push into a Conqueror. Yep, there's that 4501. Yeah, 4501, that's a hard submarine to try and get with the depth charges, because once that man goes underwater, that submarine can go 38 knots. 100k damage in 8 minutes. Don't you love Conqueror? So that's flooding on the U4501. Ironically, doesn't start a fire. I think that'd be pretty funny if you did. Direct hit on that ship as well. U4501 does have a smaller HP pool for a sub. So, oh yeah, come on, blast them. Come on, set a fire with the HE on a submarine. That'd be hilarious. Ooh, there goes about half of the man's remaining health. And again, Andrew gets robbed of a kill. The Ohio takes out 4501. All right. So they're kind of pulling the kills back in their direction right now, but they're still behind by about 65 points. Still have an Ohio and a Musashi out here. Two ships that are exceptionally strong when it comes to their gunnery, although they are trying to deal with the Malta right now. Enemy team has 2 caps, but the Delana is doing the Lord's work and sitting in that C cap, keeping it contested and preventing it from ticking any points for the red team. Another fire set on the Musashi. That is 8 fires now in 8.5 minutes. Falling behind there, Andrew. Ooh, he's found the FDR. And I think he can actually lob his shells over that island. But because FDR is going to, if he does set a fire, it's just going to automatically damage con it. But Andrew has unlocked the knowledge of the ancients and has selected the 2 key. That's how you tell you're facing a good Conqueror. They actually swap between. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, because the Conqueror does still have AP, and it does very much work. Yeah, the telltale sign of a good Conqueror player is the ability to select the 2 button. And the Ohio returns the favor, knocks out his 3rd turret, still gets the front 2 guns out on the Ohio, and I don't know, he's going pretty angled. Get some overpins. It's very odd because the British BBs do have short fuse AP. The fuse timer is much lower than other battleships AP, which means when you're dealing with like cruisers and battleship extremities, you get much fewer overpins than other ships. But as we see, you still do very much get overpins. Oh man, can we get a hero shell from that first burst and just delete the Napoli? No, he's not going to get it. You might tag him here. Oh, just jukes out of the way. So the enemy Napoli gets the Yugamo, which means all the friendly DDs are dead. Oh, the FDR just slinking away there. So We are up, but the Jinan, it does get the St. Vincent. So we're pretty even. This is a pretty close game. Dang, you don't see this every day now. You barely see this every week now, right? Alright, so the Ohio is still just kiting. Napoli and the B has turned around and is going towards A. Still have the friendly Ohio there to deal with that. Things are looking sketchy for the friendly team. Andrew gets a full broadside of HE out and is zooming with his mouse key to his little heart's content. Gets another fire set on the Ohio, which is now up to 9 fire. This man's, he's got to be so close to popping Witherer right now. Like, seriously, he's got 157,000 damage, and I'm pretty sure 120,000 of that has just been fire damage so far. So the Masashi is down, which is a good thing. The FDR is probably running if he knows what's good for him. Napoli is pushing the Ohio in the A cap. Napoli does have torpedoes, but the Ohio has got 457s and secondaries. That is a bold Napoli. I know Napoli players are emboldened nowadays by their 12-kilometer secondaries, but the ship is not invincible. Does park... Okay, so he catches some sense to him, and I thought he was parking on him, but no, he just stripped at a U-turn and said, no, actually, you know, I don't think I'll pull out in front of the Ohio and the Conqueror broadside, but Andrew might catch him here. Yes, he does. Sets a 10th fire in this match, but unfortunately doesn't get to burn too long before he just takes Napoli out with pure HEAP. I'm sorry, with HE Alpha. Ooh, dodged some shells there from the... It doesn't really dodge, it's just German dispersion. So despite, you know, Andrew getting 180,000 damage already, and really having sunk 3 ships, the team is still almost over 100 points behind because of that cap advantage. There we go. There is the Witherer talent for Cunningham. Got to remember the man's name. So now he gets a boost to his reload, giving him a 22-second reload on Conqueror guns. Now he does have Adrenaline Rush as well, and with Conqueror's Super Heal, you can really ride Adrenaline Rush because you know you have that Super Heal in your back pocket. So, you know, who cares if you're down to 20k HP? You can pop T, and now, well, you've got a whole new battleship ready to go. And for those of you like me that loves to run Adrenaline Rush, ironically enough, Conqueror, a ship I absolutely despised for years, is a ship that's great for that. And he gets Confederate there as well. He's about to pass 200k. He's up to 12 fires now. He's getting closer to that fire a minute rate that he was at earlier. Might get a second fire. There we go. Nope, that's an incapacitation. Breaking the German torpedo tubes, as is tradition when shooting a German battleship. Ooh, the FDR is just on the edge of his range, though. Ooh, big hit there from the FDR's rockets, though. I think he got like a 12k hit there from rocket planes, which is insane. But, you know, that's the FDR, right, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh, another fire. Nope, high caliber there as well. Golly. 203,000 damage done. Ooh, FDR just ate something. I think the Preußen got a clip of him there. So, again, despite all this, the team is still losing at this moment. Funny enough, the FDR is contesting the C cap, and the Jinan is walking towards him. But the FDR does take out the Ohio. I think you got an FDR that actually knows what they're doing here, and that's what you're seeing the effects of. Now, Schlieffen is walking to... Wait a second. He's 12.3 kilometers away. This man is not a secondary build Schlieffen. Boo this man. What are you doing playing Schlieffen without a secondary build on your Schlieffen? That or he's got his secondaries turned off, which is... What? Why would you... Okay, my brain is breaking because why would you play... He was 10 kilometers away. Does he have nothing in his secondary? He's like, okay, I get you may not have a 21-point commander. 9.7 kilometers away. I think he has like the flag on and that's it. What is the Schlieffen build? Now, that's what I'm perplexed by. Okay, buddy, you do you. Alright. Castilla unfortunately takes out the Jinan, so the friendly team's down to 4 remaining ships. At a near 400-point disadvantage. Can they bring this back? So Jinan does, however, take out the FDR, so that's a big pullback in the friendly team's favor, but those 2 caps are still ticking. Now, Preußen is getting into the B cap. Andrew did just pop his heel there. I'm guessing that's probably in anticipation of taking all the Schlieffen secondaries to the face and having an Ohio focus him down. So he's kind of just preemptively popping this heel and just healing through the damage he's anticipating he's about to take here, which, while it may seem odd to do, isn't exactly a bad idea when you're in this situation. And plus, the Conqueror does have a minute and change reload time on the heal, so as long as you can survive for a minute and change, you'll be alright. That Sheaf is about to eat a submarine torp there, and that's yet another kill stolen from Andrew. But I don't think he really cares about that right now. I think he cares about winning. So really, they have to sink these 3 ships in order to win. They are far too behind on points. They need to do something there. Yeah, you see in chat, he's perfectly happy with the submarine getting that kill. Because, of course, the Schiefer was probably either about to dump his torpedoes in Andrew's face or ram him out. So these 3 ships, Castilla, the Ohio, and that Groningen, have to perish. Now, the Preußen's also walking toward him as fast as the Preußen can jog toward him. Andrew's got a nice little crossfire going on here. And he probably has like a 20-second reload right now, huh? Yeah, 20-second flat reload on his Conqueror. Beautiful. Okay, this is a dead Castilla here with that British BBAP. Or not exactly. Pretty close, though. Gets down to 5k HP. Okay, Preußen and Ohio are exchanging hits. Now, note Andrew is being a wise man here and is approaching the situation bow on. Double fire, pops a damage con, pops the repair party. He's going to have a new battleship here in a few seconds. The dead Ohio? Ah, not quite. Takes him down to, what is that, 15k HP. Preußen, unfortunately, eats a rack of torpedoes there. God, yeah, no, me too, Andrew. I'm thinking, do I shoot the Castilla? Do I shoot the Ohio? Alright, so thankfully, the Preußen has done Preußen things to take out the Ohio. That leaves the Castilla here. This AP should go right through the nose of the Castilla. And, boink, there you go. Now he gets another heal because of Cunningham. So, he got another heal from having none. So, but still, this Groningen, all this Groningen has to do is play Ring Around the Rosie here. God, because they still have 2 caps. U4501 way the hell out of the match. Preußen's on the other side of that island, down to 712 HP. The Groningen can sneeze on the Preußen right now. And the Groningen does have good AA, so I doubt the Malta's going to be able to do too much here to him. He does have smoke as well, so once that comes off a cooldown, yep, is that him smoke? No, I'm sorry, that was just the splashes from the Malta's rocket plane. So the Malta's got to get in that cap. Oh, he's coming out. He's risking it for the biscuit. He misses the Preußen from 3 kilometers. How do you miss a Preußen from 3 kilometers? What? It's the size of Vermont, not the battleship, the state. How do you miss a Preußen? Oh my God. Okay, but that was a most excellent game. 278,000 damage from Andrew there. 12 fires, 3 kills. Man got Witherer, Confederate, Dreadnought, most definitely. I mean, when you're in a Conqueror and you burn through all of your hills, and then you get an extra hill from Cunningham, and I think he was about to pop that, or you might have popped that, you definitely got 120% of your ship's HP and high caliber there. What was his base XP? A 2,600 base XP game, and he got 976,000 credits. I'm guessing he was maybe running gray or green boosters. That should have been well over 1 million if he was running blue. Let's see. Yeah, so he's got the 40% credit bonus and the bonus package. Okay, yeah. All right. So, yeah. Man, that was a darn good game. We definitely don't see much of that at all anymore today. So Andrew, thank you once again for sending in a very entertaining and a very, very close match as well. If you have a replay you'd like to send into the channel, link to my email is down below. You can send it there, and you might wind up here on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful Wednesday, wonderful Thanksgiving Eve, if you will. And hope to catch you guys in the next one.